Welcome to the Global Focus Review channel, exploring the diverse populations that make up the European nation since ancient times. Among these groups, the Germans, also known as the Germanic people, stand out prominently. Have you ever pondered the roots of the Scandinavian peoples, such as Germany, Norway, and other European regions, including the famed Vikings? This video delves into the mysteries and connections between ancient Norse mythology and the biblical origins of the legendary Vikings. Examining the Germanics and various Germanic tribes, I will discuss the origin of these people through the lenses of theology, the Bible, history, linguistics, and more. Please share your thoughts with likes and comments, and join us for another video in our series exploring the origins of peoples according to the Bible. The Vikings, a group of Germanic peoples, trace their roots to the Scandinavian region, encompassing present-day Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. The Viking Age is generally associated with the period between the late 8th century and the early 11th century. Nevertheless, it is crucial to emphasize that the term Viking is frequently employed in a broader context to encompass not only these specific communities, but also their maritime endeavors and raids. The term Viking, rooted in Old Norse, can denote both a warrior and a participant in maritime expeditions. The Vikings, recognized for their advanced navigation skills and shipbuilding, were capable of exploring and raiding distant regions, spanning Europe, Asia, and even reaching North America long before Christopher Columbus. The motivations behind Viking raids are multifaceted, encompassing economic, social, and political factors. Some theories propose that factors such as overpopulation, the quest for fertile land and resources, as well as the pursuit of wealth and trade, motivated the Vikings to embark on maritime expeditions. The Vikings' impact extends beyond their warrior image, influencing language, culture, and the history of the regions they explored. They played roles as farmers, traders, and explorers, contributing to the evolution of a complex society. Their enduring legacy is evident in various cultural traditions and the genetic heritage of populations worldwide. The Germanic peoples, originating from Northern Europe, constitute an Indo-European ethno-linguistic group. Their roots date back to around 1900s BC, evolving from the Proto-Germanic during the pre-Roman Iron Age. The Germanic peoples expanded into southern Scandinavia and the European River during the Nordic Bronze Age, with their influence reaching the lower Danube around 200 BC. In the 2nd century BC, conflicts with Rome unfolded as the Teutons and Cimbri confronted Julius Caesar. Migration of tribes from Scandinavia led to pressures on the Marcomanni, eventually resulting in their invasion of Italy in 166. Meanwhile, the Germans developed their runic alphabet, influenced by the Etruscan alphabet in the 3rd century. Gothic rule expanded north of the Black Sea, invading the Balkan Peninsula and Anatolia. Growing confederations of Franks and Alemanni settled along the Rhine, infiltrating Gaul and Italy. Saxon pirates also wreaked havoc on the coasts of Western Europe after the Huns' invasion in the 4th century. Gothic King Hermanric's territory peaked between the Danube and the Vistula, and thousands of Goths sought refuge in the Balkans, defeating the Romans at the Battle of Adrianople in 410. Simultaneously, various Germanic tribes embraced Arian Christianity through the missionary Ulfilas, who developed an alphabet to translate the Bible into Gothic. Modern Germanic peoples include Danes, Scandinavians, Icelanders, Swedish-speaking Finns, Luxembourgers, German-speaking Belgians, Dutch, both Flemish and Dutch-speaking, German-speaking Swiss, Germans, Dutch, Lollands, and many English with significant descent from various Germanic tribes, including the Franks. One notable instance of Germanic presence is reflected in the name France, derived from the Germanic tribe Frank, indicating their significant influence in the country. Some runic biblical sources and ancient Jewish Semitic traditions interpret the Table of Nations and Peoples after the flood, suggesting that Noah's grandson, Gomer, is the ancestor of the Germanic peoples. In essence, this implies that Germans trace their origins to the Japheth's lineage, specifically descending from Gomer, a according to Jewish thought and biblical interpretations. In this particular context, the potential link between the Sim and the Sumerian tribe, sharing a name resembling the Sumerians, is noteworthy. Originally, the Sumerians formed a confederation of tribal groups dwelling in Iran. They subsequently migrated to Anatolia, then Turkey, and finally dispersed into Eurasia and Europe. Initially, the Sumerians were divided into three groups, with the first group having people of Ashkenite origin. Ashkenaz, regarded as the progenitor of various Germanic peoples, including Germans, is referred to by Jews as Ashkenazim. The territories inhabited by these people, such as Scandinavia, were termed the land of Ashkenaz. This linguistic peculiarity is not limited to English, but also extends to languages referring to these terms. The ancient Celts were an ethnic and linguistic group populating a vast region in Central and Western Europe during the Iron Age, roughly spanning from 1200s BC to 400 CE. However, it's crucial to note that the term Celtic has been broadly, and at times anachronistically employed, to describe diverse cultural groups and tribes sharing some cultural, linguistic, and artistic characteristics. The precise origin of the Celts remains a debated topic among scholars, with theories suggesting they may have originated in the alpine regions of Central Europe or the steppes of Eastern Europe. The gradual displacement of the Celts, known as the Celtic migration hypothesis, proposes that they spread across different European regions due to migrations and population movements. Renowned for their metallurgical skills, especially in crafting weapons and intricate jewelry, the Celts were also farmers, shepherds, and warriors. Celtic society was organized into tribes, sharing a common language classified as part of the Celtic language group. Druids, a priestly class, played a significant role in Celtic society, serving as wise individuals, spiritual leaders, and holders of religious knowledge. Genetically considered brothers to the Germanic peoples, the Celts are descendants of Riphi. Much like the Germans traced their ancestry to Ashkenaz, Riphi and Ashkenaz were brothers, just as they were brothers of Tarma. Nevertheless, Tarma played a crucial role in the emergence of native populations in Russia, including the Inisan and various Far Eastern groups like the Chinese. For those interested, there is a recent video discussing the genetic origins of the Japanese, revealing closer ties to Europeans than previously believed. This connection is partly attributed to the Shu tribe, sharing mitochondrial DNA similarities with Germans and other Europeans, suggesting a lineage connection through Japh, a descendant of Noah. Shifting focus to the appearance of ancient Germanic tribes and contemporary Germanic people, it is noteworthy that Germans constitute one of the largest concentrations of blonde individuals globally. The depiction of Vikings and other Germanic people with blonde hair and green eyes is not surprising, as these features are common among various Germanic ethnicities, often accompanied by fair skin. While some Germans may have brown hair in varying shades, the prevalent characteristic appearance in the region involves blonde hair, beards, and green or blue eyes. Exploring the term Germanic, there are multiple potential etymologies for the Latin term German. As an adjective, German simply denotes the plural form of Germans, derived from the Latin verb germano, meaning to disseminate, unfold, or thread with a sense of relative or related. The term first appears in 223 BC in the inscription of Fasti Capellini d. Gal, in SB, Germ, referring to peoples near or related to the GS. This highlights the kinship between the GS, who are Celts, and the Germans, who are Ashkenites. The GS, descendants of Rith, confirm their kinship with Germanic peoples within the broader lineage of Japheth. Consequently, Germanic peoples are ancestral descendants of Gomer through one of his sons, Ashkenaz, giving rise to the populations of Scandinavia and the Germanic peoples overall. In conclusion, it is hoped that viewers have found this video informative. The playlist of the series is provided on the final screen for those who may have missed any videos. God bless, and see you soon.